Good morning, this is your WJLP News Break. I'm Kimberly Kravitz. Breaking overnight, a second woman has come forward to accuse Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh of sexual assault. This morning, Turkish officials have told the U.S. that Jamal Khashoggi of the Washington Post was tortured, murdered, and dismembered inside the Saudi consulate earlier this month. Today, the national security team kicked off their agenda at the United Nations General Assembly in New York. For nearly 18 hours, the Singapore Airlines soared through the air en route to Newark Liberty International Airport. The plan is to make the flight available daily in the coming weeks. Kimberly Kravitz here in the 7th Congressional District, where we are encountering one of the most contentious races in New Jersey. Longtime incumbent Leonard Lance, who has held the seat for over a decade, is seeking his 6th term.
I've lived in the 7th District my entire life. I know it like the back of my hand, and my opponent this year is someone who is a carpetbagger who has moved into the district exclusively to run for Congress this year.
I'm not a career politician. It's the first time I'm running for office. I'm an immigrant to America, to New Jersey, came here when I was 6 years old.
This is Deborah, Michael's mother, who has long awaited to hear the sound of her son's heartbeat again.
I have, since that day, had such an inner peace.
The recipient of Michael's heart and kidney finally got to meet his donor's family just days before the 3rd anniversary of his transplant. We are standing just outside the memorial for New Jersey's beloved former Governor Brendan Byrne, who built such an honorable reputation and was loved by so many New Jerseyans, and will be remembered for his 30 years of public service. There was an outpouring of love at this celebration of Governor Byrne's life. His colleagues, both young and old, Republican and Democrat, paying homage to his great legacy of New Jersey. You've heard the headlines. Leaving your child or pet in a hot car could be deadly. On average, there are 37 deaths per year. Every 10 to 20 minutes, your car's temperature may rise about 20 degrees on a hot summer day like today, so we decided to check it out for ourselves.
It's something that other states have done. It's actually come from constituents, and I know in a variety of legislative offices.
On a day like today, we wanted to get a sense of how hot this car can get. We left this thermometer in our news van, and after about an hour, it reached to 128 degrees. There has been controversy sweeping the nation about the taking down of Confederate monuments, and ultimately rewriting history. Christopher Columbus has become one of the more polarizing figures whose legacy has come under attack. The massacre at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School reignited a national debate on gun control laws. In response to this tragedy, Governor Phil Murphy promised New Jersey even stricter gun safety measures in the wake of the school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Hundreds of students responded to lock suspension by marching around the building Tuesday morning.
It was really cool. We all banded together and we got the principal's attention.
Facing Ground Zero just across the Hudson River is where you can find this memorial, one that reminds us of our freedom, our tolerance, and the pursuit of happiness, the essence of what this country stands for. Here at the Paper Mill Playhouse is where a new Broadway favorite was born. After making the leap to the big city, Bandstand just celebrated their 100th performance here at the Bernard Jacobs Theater on Broadway. Strike up the band. New Jersey Theater makes it to Broadway. Here at the New Jersey Festival of Ballooning, you can get your fix of fun and flight. For 35 years, families, tourists, locals, and balloon enthusiasts have made their way to Hunterdon County for the largest hot air balloon fest in North America. We are back at historic Convention Hall in Asbury Park for the event New Jerseyans wait for all year. Oh, what a night it was in Asbury Park.
Kimberly, it's Jersey. We don't get impressed with nothing. Am I right or wrong?
You can take the girl away from New Jersey, but you can never take the Jersey out of the girl.
I love it. I'm from New Jersey, so that.
What exit?
I'm exit 4, Camden.
Believe in yourself.
Did you know that some of mankind's greatest artistic achievements are among us? Well, for the next month, you can visit Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel exhibit right here in New Jersey. Here's an opportunity to visit the Sistine Chapel without having to be at the Vatican. Making prom possible is the mission of this New Jersey native. The average prom dress could cost upwards of $700, which makes attending the school prom costly. And it's fairly simple to understand. You drive, you text, you pay.
They're driving, you're not paying attention, you injure or worse those drivers, you've affected some other families, some other lives.
While many of these shore towns prohibit smoking on the boardwalk, some permit in designated areas. This ban also includes vaping, which is the use of electronic smoking devices.
This bill has passed the legislature 4 times under Governor Christie, where he either vetoed it, CV'd it, or blocked it.
We know that the property taxes in the Garden State are some of the highest in the nation. But what about all of the other factors that makes New Jersey so costly for us to live in?
We rank at the top of almost every list you don't want to be on.
Take a look at this reaction. Not an empty seat in the House. It's night one here at the Republican National Convention here in Cleveland. Do you expect Donald Trump to win the state of New Jersey?
Oh, listen, I think he can make it. I think he can make New Jersey competitive, and it's going to be up to him as to how hard he works and how much time and effort they spend there. But absolutely, Donald's got a long time association with the state. He's known very well there, and so I think he's got a better chance to win the state than any Republican candidate we've had in recent memory. So we'll see how hard he's going to work.
It's night 2 at the Republican National Convention here in Cleveland. Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey just delivered his speech. I got to speak with him afterward. Let's hear what he had to say. If you become Attorney General for President Donald Trump, will you prosecute Hillary?
I didn't hear you at all.
But he's doing it
I have no idea. Excuse me.
You deprive communities of their
I'm very excited that we have someone who's going to put this country back on a path of safety, security, and prosperity.
The world-renowned musical Jersey Boys tells the true life story of the 1960s rock and roll group The Four Seasons and the original Jersey boy, Frankie Valli. This legendary show recently hit the Garden State for an encore performance. However, the show lives right here off Broadway.
It's not where you're from or who you are. It's, you know, everybody has the culture, and food is something that strings it together.
You've prepared 2 of the dishes that we see here on the Eat, Drink, Local Restaurant Week.